going to be the 25th anniversary. It's awarded so many people, inclusive of Artist of the Year. How many of them have really lived up to expectation? How many of them have fallen off after taking the awards? How many of them have soared really high also after taking the award? And how many more people have been inspired to even do music through this very scheme? So Adam is here with us, and let me say, ace broadcaster and vlogger. He does almost everything of his online, and in recent times he's become one of the major influencers in our country as well. Amayal Deborah is on Zoom. He'll be joining in this discussion as well. Amayal, are you on already? If you can hear us, say hello. Is he on already? Anyway, so we are trying. Oh, okay, so Amayal is here with us. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Even though I can't see you yet, I can hear your voice. Good morning. Welcome, welcome to our conversation. How's your week been, by the way?
It's been exciting. A little bit of holiday in there gave us some rest, and then we are back to work as usual. So it's Friday. We get to look forward to the weekend yet again. So
good stuff.
At least we can go back.
Good stuff. But even before we start the TGMA conversation, it just came to me. I think it's only laudable that we talk about it. Medical is in London today at the O2, gearing up and getting ready for the concert this evening. And yesterday, we saw Sarkodie on his way to the airport to join him in London. We've seen Shatawale, we've seen Ifia, and I saw a video of J Bud also saying that he's joining the concert. Your thoughts on this very big one for Ghana?
I think it's amazing. It's probably one of the earliest to start as we go into summer and all the activities that will be happening. And like you mentioned, I'm particularly happy that the other artists are there to support. I've seen the likes of Lil Wayne, etc., all pushing to promote for people to get tickets and go and be a part of it. I think it's not just for the fun, but we also want to make a statement that it is possible, we can do it. No matter how smaller the scale may be, but once we crack it and be able to build on it, then it becomes something that we can be proud of. And so I'm happy. I'm hoping that people turn out in their numbers and mix crowd of people and just go and experience it. I've seen the rehearsals, and I'm very happy with the effort they're putting into giving them an experience. So I really hope that everything comes up well, and at the end of the day, we'll be proud to see artists on an international stage such as that.
Right. Well, we don't have the latest info on ticket sales yet. I don't have any information at this point. I don't know. Do you have any information on ticket sales? Because there's a question I want to ask. Do you have any info at all?
I haven't seen them publicly say whether it's sold out or not.
Okay.
But I want to believe the promoters have their way of pushing it. And sometimes even the venue also has a way. Most of the big venues have, once you go, they take your number, and so when there's an event, internally, they promote it to you that, oh, this event is coming. Do you want to have early access to tickets? And so maybe all that will be working in favor in promoting, and then really people will go. Even if people are not buying tickets, they should give free tickets to Ghanaians.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the question I wanted to ask. Adam, I'll throw that to you. So I saw a post by GH Kweku who said that whether or not it is sold out or not, even the attempt alone must be praised. It must be talked about. We must hype it to a point where it's known everywhere that we Ghanaians can also do it. What do you say to that?
Well, for me, it's really good because, I mean, every artist, because you are a brand, you have equity, and the equity can be commercialized. That's the equity is what attracts people to your brand, and it can be commercialized. What happens is that we have about 3 ways your equity can go up.
Okay.
And one of the ways you can, increase your equity, we have your perceived value, the actual value. How do you increase this perceived value? Doing a program like this, if you're able to stamp your authority in another jurisdiction, definitely it's going to add to your perceived value.
It will.
And it goes up in everything you do. Whether people are coming for you for shows, people are coming for you for influencer deals, brand ambassador deals. This adds to your equity,
Right.
I mean, perceived value as an artist. And that, regardless of that, it also helps with your reach.
Right.
Because now you are tapping into the UK ecosystem. And there is a certain trickle-down effect into other parts of Europe.
Right.
You understand? So for me, regardless of it, it is positive because, I mean, he's been on a lot of podcasts, popular podcasts in UK. He's been on some platforms. And there is a certain advertising around the brand medical for me, which is good, and other artists who are also going to support. So that value alone cannot be quantified. And you will see that in his next releases,
Right.
when they look at the back end, they will see that there is a new reach of audience who have come into their fold. For me, that is really, really important, and you need to pay attention to that. And I'm sure that Ghanaians will go. Looking at what is happening, you could see people are buying tickets,
Yeah.
and he's connecting. Some people I've seen there, he's connecting with most of the event organizers in there.
Right.
And the way some of the Ghanaians were speaking that, Nigerians are doing, we also want to show that we can do it. That is a positive one. So I believe that Ghanaians will rally their efforts, buy the tickets, and they are going to have a good show tonight. And
pray.
I big up to the team medical
Right.
for putting up such bravery
Yeah.
and entering such territory.
Fantastic. I'm sure next week we would have more time to get into it because, of course, the concerts would have been done, the fallout to be talked about here on the show. But thank you two for your contributions on this one. Coming up today at the O2 all the way in London by Medical and his team. We've seen the likes of Sarkodie, Ifia, Shatta Wale, J-Bad, and all those artists joining him. So we are wishing him and his team all the best. Let's come back to our main conversation for the morning. And I'll come back to you, Ameya, Deborah, if you are still online with us. Is he still online? Or I should start with Edem? Oh, okay. So Ameya is on there. Ameya, so it's been 25 years, and this year on the 1st of June, the big one, the biggest night in the world of music here in Ghana will be underway. So far, would you say so good for this scheme and all the artists in Ghana?
Well, yes. I mean, so far, so good, like you said. I mean, we needed to have one thing that celebrates our artists that we respect. And the good thing is it has been consistent. There was never a year that we didn't host it for whatever reason. And so it has proven that. And you can realize much later, some of the new ones that came around couldn't even sustain their efforts to reward people. And so just that sheer survival of Ghana Music Awards shows you that it's something that people go all out to support. Business have supported, maybe perhaps the organizers may tell you perhaps not as much as they should, but I mean, for us as the audience, each year, Charterhouse has been able to pull it off, and it adds to the value for it. And I think we needed some scheme like that that will consistently be true to what they stand for and grow and evolve. And I think that's what the Ghana Music Awards has done over the past 25 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam,
Interesting.
what's been the impact for you
me,
from where you sit through your lens?
It's been amazing. You know, there is this interesting story. Ochakme Kwame, that's why he says that he believes the award was made for him. Because, you know, Charterhouse, their mother company, is multiple concepts. There need to be multiple concepts. They organize Agro. So there was one of the editions I think in the 98, 99, and Lord Kenya and Achame, that time Achame Kwame, they were in a group. One, they were to perform, and Lord Kenya is saying he's the biggest artist, he needs to perform, they need to perform last. Achame too are saying they are the biggest people, they need to. So like, it was a serious conversation, which, I mean, Mr. Ayade went to meet, and he told them that he will organize an award.
Oh.
And that will show who is supposed to.
So that's how it was birthed.
And the awards came about. So I mean, when they were launching the 25th anniversary, one of the committee, he said that. And from there, the awards has been able to show
who is who.
Who is who in every year. And for me, that impact is very huge. Stonebwoy once said that during, I think, the time he won Artist of the Year, that year, Ghana Meets Nigeria also were coming for him. And he told them that, yeah, last year we played, this year you're coming. This year I'm the Artist of the year. So you need to top up with your money. And you know, when it started with MTN as sponsors, one of the requirements was that the Artist of the Year becomes the ambassador, becomes an ambassador for MTN for over a period. So all those who were winning were ambassadors, and they were getting money and doing other things. They were impacting society. That is very huge. Then you come to the other side of, you know, award scheme become a point of standardization. So they help standardize the industry. One of the scheme got a movie, Foresight Music Video Award. When the scheme was introduced, look at the kind of creativity which came into the music video space. And this is what this award has done for the music space. I mean, it has contributed to artists ensuring they are caught up in the radar. So for me, it has brought about standardization, it has brought about consistency, it has also helped us being able to reward hard work. And if you are working hard and you're being rewarded, it even makes you work harder. So for me, if you look at what it also does to business-wise, what it does to the business community, it becomes like a matter of different sectors. Because from on the night and even other events which are related, designers get the opportunity to showcase their work. Then transport sector is benefiting, hotel industry, other vendors. So the impact is multifaceted. And I would like to say a very big ups to, I mean, the organizers, Mr. Ayode, Madam Teresa, and all those who have been supporting the scheme, the workers at Charterhouse, because they have done something impactful for the Ghana music industry, which they should continue.
Okay, thank you so much for your submission. But you see, it's beautiful what you've said. But there are some artists who've also felt like they've been robbed over the years. Clear example of such an artist is Guru. With all the hits that Guru has given us all these years, Guru is yet to pick up TGMA. Let me put it that way, because it's not VGMAs anymore. Sister Fia was reporting the other day that she feels that her works should have been featured in the 25th anniversary of the TGMAs. We can talk about that year where Medical was tipped to have picked as many as possible, but he didn't get anything at all. Amaya, what do you say to that?
Well, I think that's what makes it an award, because people will compare, people will be doing different permutations here and there to choose who they want to win or be nominated. And sometimes the year gets so competitive that not everybody who truly deserves that to make the cut will make it. And even when the cut is made, then you have to choose out of a list who is that one person to win. So I mean, it's not surprising that these arguments do come through. But that is a work. It's art. It's appreciation of art, and there are so many great talents. And at every given time, only one can win each category. And so I want artists to understand that and not take away so much from the scheme, because at the end of the day, people will vote. People have their reasons to choose when they are voting, and it may not favor you. And as an artist, you must understand and take it in your stride. But yes, it's been unfortunate that some of our favorites haven't won yet, but it doesn't mean that they are not as good or they've been ignored. It could be that at the moment they couldn't just get that critical sort of vote in to make that difference. So I think people should be careful about the utterances they make. And there are sometimes that some things are clear, some are not clear. They are debatable. But I don't think the scheme has failed in honoring people, more people who don't deserve it over those who deserve it. By and large, I think each year we would agree that the percentage of people who deserve it get recognized.
Yeah. Well, that's very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
I mean,
You wanted
this
to...
also happens even in the Grammys. I mean, we've seen Drake, we've seen Ye, and other people, Nicki Minaj. I mean, lashing out at Grammys. That's it's competition. And because,
I remember the story of Davido missing out on the Grammys this year.
Of course.
It was a big one.
So there are voting blocks. And I mean, everything which comes with voting, there can be surprises. So it's understandable, but you don't have to drag it in the mud, because what happens when you win it tomorrow, you understand?
Yeah.
So you want people to appreciate you for winning. However, you are not appreciating us.
That's why I may have said that. Be very careful what you say when you're not winning.
Yeah, I'm sure people are not happy. 3 music awards is not happening.
Right.
You understand? Because they feel like it has taken something away.
Right.
It would have brought something. So why do you want to? I mean, you want this big scheme to fail.
Yeah.
What will happen when it fails? I mean, you need to think about it.
Anyway, the man of the moment is in-house. We've been waiting for him all morning. Moments ago, Adam and I were discussing and talking about how multi-talented and multifaceted this gentleman is. He is a multi-award-winning gospel minister. Very much loved, has churned out too many hits in this country, including the sitting one. Yes, remember when you know, Aseda of the moment, Paddy, so that's the secular way that we are coming right now. Fatao, which is my personal favorite before Asida. That song, what is done for me, only God knows. I'll testify one day. Boys. And then when it comes to the political front, oh my God, unless you don't engage him for your songs, and when he gives it to you, it is a hit. Nasi is in the house.
And he does commercials as well.
Listen, so 2 weeks ago, right on the show, we're talking about audio engineers, and his name came up. Nasi, what can't you do?
Fight.
You can't fight?
No.
You mean you've never fought? Even school days, you know, a little rift here and there.
Maybe a little, but I'm not good at that.
You're not a fighter.
So, yes.
You are a very
I always
gentle
want
person.
I want peace around me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, congratulations on all that you have done.
Thank you.
And for your information, if you are not abreast with the times yet, for this 25th anniversary of the TGMAs, Nasi is the only gospel minister contending for the title Artist of the Year. Now he's in the race with Black Sherif, Kim Promise, Kwame Eugene, Sarkodie, and Stonebwoy. That's not the only thing, the only category he's been nominated for. He's also vying for Gospel Artist of the Year, Gospel Song of the Year, and Most Popular Song of the Year. God has blessed you.
Amen.
It's evident. I mean, it's showing everything that you're doing. It's evident that God is blessing you and he's seeing everything that you're doing. So before you joined us, we were talking about the impact of this very award scheme, the TGMAs, on you, the artist, the industry as a whole. What do you have to say after 25 years?
I think the scheme has done pretty well. And, you know, musicians, we are very emotional beings, and every time we stand that kind of criticizing and also making the scheme feel as if they've done nothing in our, you know, circles. But if you move out of Ghana and some of our interviews and some places that you go and they ask you that, okay, are you a musician? And you say, yes, you're a musician. So there's some of the questions, so have you won any award?
Yeah.
I know you feel so proud that to say that, yes, I have done this, blah, 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 blah. So I think the scheme has done very, very well. Honestly, yesterday I granted an interview. I said they shouldn't listen to us because we are very emotional. So especially
when you're not winning, it's when you talk a lot. Yeah.
You see, even you can be nominated, and when you have the nomination, and then maybe some categories which you were expecting to be nominated and you are not there, you still, even though you have some, you still want more. Even I will still complain. You see the thing. So they shouldn't listen to us, because without VGMA, TGMA, or 3 Music, any award scheme in Ghana, we just have to encourage them and let them. I mean, the corporate company, the corporate should follow. I mean, support them, give them money, because it's not easy to organize a program. And for 25 years, in this, especially Ghana here, everybody knows what to do. A Bano awards where everybody, we they deserve it, this one doesn't deserve. So for them to go through this kind of, coaching and directing for 25 years, we applaud them. We applaud them.
Oh, right. Yeah. Anyway, so still on the TGMAs, let's take it back to the day of the launch. You were there. You were there. So walking into the auditorium, knowing how many nominations you filed and those that were filed on your behalf, what were you expecting, or which categories were you expecting you were going to be nominated in?
Honestly, I knew definitely I would be nominated, because I think the year under review, definitely the song Asida and the artist Nasi did pretty well. And management did a lot of things to, make sure that at least we'll be nominated as well. So we think we did what we have to do. Unfortunately, some of the categories that we wish we would have been nominated, that's Songwriter of the Year. Songwriter of the Year is one category that I really, because Asida, the composition is it's really deep.
What's your own personal take on that category?
I think everyone that is in there deserves to win the award, and I applaud my brothers as well. They've done amazingly well. I mean, the year under review, I think every artist over there did well. But sometimes it's a penny depending.
What's a penny depending? A drew moon, so
this time around, I think everybody in there, I'm older than everybody. And even I started music before they also came.
Nasi,
so this one there, I see, Adia Kola. I was penny in a form club. So this time around, it is my turn. They themselves, they should vote for me.
Okay, they themselves in the category, including Stoneboy, Black Cherry, and everyone else should vote for you.
They should vote for me.
Fantastic. Adam, what's your take on this very one with Nasi spearheading in there?
Well, it's really an interesting category. I mean, if you look at the competitors in the works cut across. I mean, in terms of Ghana, then reaching out to other stages, because, I mean, over the years, that's what we've been clamoring for, that we should be able to take our music to other parts of the world, because there is a certain leverage which comes with it for the country, because we know what it's doing for Nigeria. So we have been pushing our artists to do it. And if our artists are doing it through their songs and also performances, then it means it is what we've called for. So, I mean, in the year under review, we saw Stoneboy, I mean, doing the most on most of the stages, and even locally. I mean, it's really difficult for you to, I mean...
Scale it down.
Look at an artist who did a huge show like that. I mean, at the stadium. If you look at the numbers, I was there, and if you look at the numbers he commanded, I mean, projecting Ghana music, not only here, he went on other tours in US, UK.
With Angelique Kidjo as well.
That platform too was very awesome, including other stages. Then, I mean, Kim Promise also tried to travel on his song. However, he's doing more this time around, which is, I mean, in 2024, where we see him going to Asia, because he realized that looking at the back end, his song did well in those spaces. Yes, he's also trying to run on the song. I also saw Nasi in the year under review go to Dominion Center in UK to support a sister. I mean, and also at the National Theatre, it is covered experience. I mean, there are other artists who are also in that category who also did well with their song. Kwame Eugene, his Rags to Love and Chaos album, had multiple hit songs on there. Then we saw him go to UK, did other countries. He came back and unfortunately had an accident and was a little slow. That aside, there are lots of his songs he produced within the year under review, including other artists in industry. So it's really going to be interesting. If you look at the voting blocks, the Academy is going to vote, the board is going to vote, and the general public. And Nasi being the gospel, the only gospel artist in there, I'm sure, on the gospel side, he's going to get a lot of votes in there. Then the Academy and other things will come. And Stonebwoy and others also have their fan base. So it's going to be interesting.
That takes us back to last year.
I want to highlight the works they've done and not stick out my neck out there, but allow people to make their own informed judgment with what they saw these artists do in the year under review. There was something interesting about what there was. So if you are not careful in the year under review, somebody does in that following year, because of that recency bias, people can be skewed towards what is happening. Yes, and forget what happened in the year under review. So we need to consider all of these. That's why the Academy is there. Yeah, we need to consider all of these dynamics and, give it out to who really needs to represent us as a country.
Amayao, you've been smiling all through their presentations. I know you've got a lot to say about Artist of the Year, in which Nasi contended. Well, he said that the rest of the nominees in that category should sit down and vote for him. What do you say?
Well, I like where he's coming from. He's the oldest in the group. He's the papa, and so they should vote for him. It makes absolute sense. I have also been pushing that. They're all very deserving, and at the end of the day, it's difficult to pick. And so for me, I would personally rule out all those who have won the Artist of the Year before and give it to people who have not won it before. And in that,
thank you.
In that, I was for that. My favorite now would be Promise and Nasi. And so for me, that is the logic I am going on now.
Okay.
Because all of them have done amazing, and at the end of the day, the things that will make you pick are really personal, based on what you see as a highlight or whatever. But I think to encourage artistry and all of that, we should give it to somebody who has not won before.
Okay. So for you, it's between Nasi and Kim Promise.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's move on to other categories. And Nasi, of course, he's here. So let's talk about the categories that he is in. Gospel Artist of the Year. That one, I think, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Well, but it could be a tie between himself and PSC Esther.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Joyce Blessing is also in there.
Okay.
If you look at the year under review locally, Nasi had a very strong impact in the gospel music space. If you look at the show he did, Kuvad, which happened at the National Theatre, the turnout was massive. And if you look at the kind of people who turn up, it shows, the kind of value the brand has and the kind of leverage the brand has. The people who were at the place and the kind of events he put up. It wasn't just the ordinary gospel show. It came with so many other ancillary things, which made it very interesting. And that aside, he was able to also be on different platforms. And he had a very huge song, which is arguably the biggest gospel song within the year under review. So if you put all of this
beyond.
Together, and beyond. So if you put all of these things together, it will be difficult for the others. But, it's a voting thing, so you may never know.
Okay.
PSC also did well, but for me, if you look at the impact Nasi's song had, it had way upper hand and bigger because it crossed from the gospel space to other parts.
In the clubs.
And
Asida was played in the clubs.
You understand? How he was able to create it, it makes it cut across. And for me, that impact was very huge.
I don't know.
And Joyce Blessing also did well with his victory song, but even though she did some couple of, because the artist if it's about the gospel artist of the year, it goes beyond just the song,
Right.
but how the artist was busy.
Right.
What did you do
With the song.
with the brand? You know, so that, I think Nasi will be ahead of most of them in that category. So I wouldn't be surprised he wins.
And
the
every
gospel
time
artist of the year.
we have such discussions, we put the category definitions
Yeah.
on there. So guys, if you can help us with the category definition of gospel artist of the year, and whilst you fetch that, I'll come to Nasi himself. What's it so?
As I said, everyone in there, I mean, they should just vote for me.
Again.
Because, you know, I'm the type that when it's my brother's turn or my sister's turn, I always support them. That's one side of me. I will support you with everything. I'll even grant interviews, go around, grant interviews on their behalf. So I think if I have done it for you before, it is not wrong for you to also do it for me.
Okay.
And everyone in there, I have done it for them. So at least vote for me, campaign for me.
Okay. So Nasi is saying for Artist of the Year, all of you in there, please take a back bench and vote for him. For Gospel Artist of the Year, do the same. How about... No, gospel song of the, it's okay. I mean, how do we talk up? No, gospel song of the, it's fine. It's okay. I don't think that we even have to get into it. If he's picking gospel artist of the year, why not gospel song of the year? That's the argument, right?
And that's also, I mean, the song, if you look at his challenge was very popular, where he allowed people to bring their own renditions of the song.
Right.
I mean, it really went far to the extent of some gospel artists even doing their own rendition, where Brother Sami came into the picture, and later a whole lot of halabaloo, where he said his challenge has been taken off, and it tells you how big and popular the song was in the year under review, and it will be very difficult for you to discount, I mean, the strength of the Aseda song.
Okay.
It goes everywhere.
Okay.
It goes everywhere.
Okay. Now, the category definition is ready, and it says that best gospel song. Can you put it on the screen so I can read it quickly? It says best gospel song. The best gospel song is the song adjudged by the Academy, board, and the general public as the most popular gospel song released in the year under review. The song must have generated the most excitement in the year under review. And if you're looking at this category alone, I don't think there was anything that generated more excitement in Christendom and even in seculardom more than Asida. I don't think so. Anyway, most popular song of the year, quickly, and then we'll move to his political side, because just about a week ago, he was at the unveiling of Nana Jane Opukwajiman as the running mate for His Excellency, ex-President Mahama. He's done a lot when it comes to political campaign songs. So let's take the last one, most popular song of the year, and we'll come to that one.
I think most popular song of the year is also a very keenly contested. I mean, let me try and do like 5. Okay. Terminator can promise, because I mean, if you look at the numbers behind the song and the territories in terms of countries, because we hardly enter the Asian space, because that market is in a way very closed. But for a song to be able to penetrate to Philippines
and to see them sing back to back, word for word.
You know, it's crazy. The numbers behind the song from YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and they are very huge. Then you have Kwame Eugene's Monica. It was the song at a point, Terminator was like, if you touch it, it go burn you. But Monica was able to douse the fire a little from Kwame Eugene, and also has a very good numbers. And Olive the Boy, good sing.
Good sing.
If you look at the numbers behind the song, like a young artist with his major hit, and these numbers are so crazy, and Nasi's Asida, then Stoneboys Into the Future. I mean, I love how he and Yango had that partnership, and wherever you pass on the digital space, that song was there, Into the Future with you. So, I mean, these songs were a very huge song in the year under review, and I'm sure that at the end of the day, I mean, the most popular song is in the hands of the public. They will choose the song which is most popular for them.
Okay. Anyway, so let's move to Nasi's political side. And this is where I want to ask, who engages who? The political parties call you or you propose to them?
They called.
They called you?
Yes.
Okay, so have you done both for MPP or for NDC, or strictly been NDC?
I started with MPP.
Okay.
Way back in 2000 with President Kufuor. And then we joined an ADOS campaign team. That was 2008.
Yeah.
And we did what we have to do. And 2012, President Mahama also called me for a song, and I did it for him.
Okay.
So it has been like that.
For 2024, who has called you?
NDC has called.
Anything I now unveiling us in on?
That's I was unveiling. I was built to perform.
Is the song ready?
For the
2024 for NDC?
2024 now, what they asked for is a 24-hour economy song.
Okay.
So that is not the main campaign song.
Okay.
So 24-hour economy song is ready. And I think we just doing the finishing touches for them. And after their manifesto, the main rally song, the campaign song will be released. That one is that is the
Onapo remix.
no, that one is the Ranting Puli remix.
Ranting Puli. Where did you get that from? That song, it blows my mind. And even with the animation and all that, where did it come from?
You know, when we did the song, when the song was done, then we wanted something to depict the lyrics that I was saying in the song, because the idea, the Ranting Puli, I was thinking of kids using the lyrics to also have fun.
But is it a proper language? Ranting?
No, I just created it.
You just created it?
Yes. I created it.
Wow, I see.
Nasi,
congratulations on all that you've done. We are running out of time, so we are just going to pin it down for now. We are going to have a proper conversation with you later, especially delving into your political side. We want to find out if it is business or you are just doing it out of sheer love for the parties involved as well. But for this year's VGMAs, congratulations on all the categories you've been nominated in, and we're praying that all the other, just like you have requested that they do, they'll vote for you so that you can emerge.
Oh, I know my brothers. They will do that for me. And my sisters.
Because after Joe Mettle, Dana Hamilton picked it up.
Yes.
Last year, PSA couldn't do it for the church. Blacko did it. But this year, Nasi is in there. So make sure that you keep your votes coming for the man. Amaya, you are still on Zoom with us. Your last words before we say goodbye.
Everybody, the best of luck with the nominations and the awards on June 1. Since there's a new sponsor on board, we're celebrating 25 years. I know they're going to put in efforts to make it a spectacle for all of us to enjoy. The last time that they were marking a milestone, incidents happened and we couldn't enjoy it fully. But I hope that this year we are going to enjoy whatever they are planning. I know they are planning things. And all the best to Nasi. Hands down, my gospel artist of the year.
Thank you.
And I wish him all the very best.
Thank you.
Amaya, we thank you so much for your time. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be with us this morning. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much, as well as Edem Shotome. Thank you.
I'd like to say big ups, big mention to, my family members. You're watching all the way in the hometown. There's a funeral there. So big shout out to Kafui,
Our
Old
condolences
School,
to the family.
and Mr. Chotome, all the Chotome family. They are back home watching. And also to Emmanuel Bedu and Asampana. Asampana. My deepest condolences to them. Bedu is burying his father today. And Asampana, his sister Elizabeth Asampana Suri is also, there will be the 1 week tomorrow. I wish them all the best. And to you, Kobe, big shout to you.
Our condolences going out to them.
So from here, I'm going straight to Emmanuel Bedu's place to sympathize
Jenny
with him.
Mercies. Jenny Mercies. Our condolences going out to the bereaved family as well. Nasi Fitsonyomuno. Your last words. Say goodbye to us.
I just want to thank all the media for supporting me all this. And also thank Ghanaians and beyond, and everyone that has supported my brand till today. I thank them.
Right.
And also, I want to thank the people that give me business to do, both politicians and non-politicians. I thank all of them that they should bring more business. This year is a year of politics, elections. So I think we should be carefully how we argue with people so that we don't provoke each other and then it will turn to fight. So people should just take everything in good faith and then, move on.
Okay.
Thank
One
you.
of my friends says he likes your dress.
Oh,
Kobe.
thank you.
Kobe is
Thank
watching
you.
us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nasi,
She's
thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah,
Incoming.
she's very
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you so much. It means a lot
you.
to me. Incoming Artist of the Year, Nasi
Thank
has
you.
spoken. Thank
Amen.
you so much for your time.
Amen. Thank
We shall
you.
continue our discussions.